difficult to put an exact time frame on it because the current landscape is so disaggregated. Different countries, as we note in our tracker, are at different stages of research and development, all of which are primarily based on domestic use cases. So what I would look for as a sign that the US has missed the mark or missed the train leaving the station would be wide-scale adoption of a central bank digital currency and cross-border use. Now, currently there are only 2 pilot cases of this 2 of which one is between China, UAE, and I believe one other country in Thailand, excuse me, and another between the UAE and Saudi. Those are really only bank-to-bank transactions. These are not for large-scale wholesale use. So I would look for indications that the model was internationalizing by another country, right? And so that means that we really haven't, I mean, as we've all noted here, it's time to move, but we certainly haven't missed the ball in any stretch of the imagination. This is the time for yourselves, for the Federal Reserve in collaboration with BIS, and we argue the G20, to really develop consensus on all of these criteria for adaptation globally that reflect our values based on privacy and industrial espionage and all the things that we have noted elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Levin, your testimony had a whiff of urgency to it. Do you agree with that? Do you think we're at risk of losing out here? And on what time frame?
So you have to imagine here.
You got to turn your mic on.
Just like on Zoom. You have to imagine central banks tend to be conservative.
Can you pull the mic a little closer?
Okay.
Thank you.
Central banks tend to be conservative, and the Association of Central Banks, it's called the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, is traditionally very conservative. The general manager of the BIS has said that it's a wake-up call for central banks. He has said very clearly that central banks need to introduce their own sovereign digital currencies. The European Central Bank has already indicated that they're going to do it. The Bank of England has come pretty close to saying that now. The problem here with delay is that even if these currencies are initially introduced for domestic purposes, there will be a cross-border platform. That's part of what the BIS is working on now, so that these currencies can be easily interchanged with each other. And if there's no US digital dollar on that platform, then you better believe that all the international trade invoices that have been conducted in US currencies, even by countries that are not directly trading with the US, they're invoiced in US dollars. They'll all migrate to other digital currencies. The same with sovereign bonds. Many countries issue sovereign debts that are denominated in US dollars today. Many corporations in Korea and other countries issue their debts in US dollars. If there's no US digital dollar on the cross-border platform, then all of that will change. And it's probably not 10 years away, probably not even 5 years away. We're probably talking, I would guess, 2 years. But that means that the Federal Reserve has to catch up. I think several of you said this earlier. It's not just that the Fed is kind of right at the cutting edge. The Fed is behind the curve right now, and it needs to catch up urgently, and it doesn't have much time left to do that.
Okay, Dr. Levin. Dr. Coronado, I'm almost